Okay. Just recall whatever we have done in the last lecture. That is, can you tell me BJT? Can I use BJT in rectifiers? Can I use BJT in rectifiers? Can I use BJT in rectifiers? What is the reason behind? What is the reason behind why we are not using BJT in rectifiers? Why we are not using BJT in rectifiers? Yes, very good. Reason I need just to check, just for 10 to 15 minutes, only 10 minutes, just to recall. Yes, cannot withstand high negative voltage. Very good. Cannot withstand high negative voltage. Very good. Yes, SCR. Tell me, SCR is which device? SCR is which device? SCR is which device? Just you tell me the three major points. 1, 2 and 3. Three major points. SCR. Three major points related to SCR. What is that? Oh, perfect. Latching. Next. Latching device. Unipolar switch. Unipolar or bipolar? Yes, it is unidirectional. Unidirectional. And it is bipolar. I think you just check it once. Bipolar switch. Yes, latching device, unidirectional and bipolar. And last but not least, which controlled? Very good. Semi-controlled. So we have proven all these 4 cases in SCR. Is it correct or not? In the last lecture, we have proven all the 4 cases why SCR comes under all these cases. Yes or not? We have proven all the cases, right? In the last lecture. Yes, very good, very good, very good, very good. Now, one more question. Tell me, gate current you are giving as a pulses or a constant gate current? Gate current you are giving as a pulses or a constant gate current? Tell me. Gate current. Gate current. In short, we will represent like a IG. Gate current we will giving as a pulses. Why you need to give as a pulses? You tell me. Why we need to give as a pulses? Why we need to give as a pulses? Why you are not giving a constant gate current? Because continuously your device is going to on, na? Why you are not giving constant gate pulses? Why you are giving only constant gate current? Why you are giving only pulses? Any reason? P2 is heavily doped, so due to that reason losses will increase. So that is why we are giving gate pulses. Very good, very good. Okay, now. Can I keep this pulse according to our wish or it depends on any other parameter? This gate pulse duration, TP is there, na? Is it depends on any other parameter or can I take as if my wish? Yes, you said load. Yes, this is my load. Tell me, what should that load contains to decide this pulse width? What should that load contains to decide that pulse width? Yes. Majorly inductive load, perfect. RL is there. Tell me. Depends on application, very good. Yes. Value of L or value of R? Because RL is there, na? Value of R or value of L? Length of TP, only I am asking. It depends on resistance value or depends on inductance value? Yes, latching current, of course, but I am asking about pulse duration. I am talking about pulse duration. Yes, sir. Very good. Inductance. If you observe in the last lecture, we have done 3 problems. One is with pure inductive. Another one is R and L. If you observe the difference between these two, is very, very less. See, for this case you got 100 microsecond. For this case you got 100.5 microsecond. Yes or not? Simply very 0.005 microsecond only. Is it a less time or a more time? Yes, it is a very less time. So adding a resistance will not create a much problem or will not create any effect on this pulse time. But suppose if I increase the inductance value, we have taken this is a 0.2 Henry. In the next case we have taken 2 Henry now. For that case how much you got? 1000, approximately 1000 microseconds. See, if you are increasing the inductance, what is happening? The turn on pulse duration is increased. Yes? Yes, very good. So, with this introduction and with this recap, so I'm gonna enter into our next topic, that is, can anyone tell me what is our next topic is going to be? Yes? SCR involves 3 characteristics. The study of SCR involves 3 characteristics I said about. What is that first one? Static characteristics. Next one, dynamic characteristics, and the last but not least, gate characteristics. Yes or no? These are the 3 characteristics which are involved to study the performance of SCR. Is it correct or not? The study of SCR involves static characteristics, dynamic characteristics, and gate characteristics. So already we have done this static characteristics by understanding VI characteristics. Yes or not? Come on, respond. Yes or not? Whereas this dynamic characteristics involves, tell me what that dynamic characteristics involves. Just I'm asking, please make more interactive so that you will get complete knowledge on power electronics. Please, more interactive. You will get good doubts also. I'll clear all the doubts. Dynamic characteristics involves dynamic elements means, is there any rotating part in power electronics? Perfect, yeah, perfect. Turn on and turn off. Dynamic means the parameters are changing with respect to time. Yes. So, turn on, turn off is your dynamic characteristics. So, we are going to start as our lecture with dynamic characteristics. Put a heading, dynamic characteristics of SCR. Now, stop writing and please focus on the board. Here I will give you one important conclusion. So based on that conclusion, you have to select an SCR for any application. Okay? Okay. Are you ready with that? Please stop writing and look at the board. Okay, is that okay? Chalo then, start. Tell me, turn on process means what is the first stage of SCR? Tell me, what is the first stage of SCR? Turn on process means, first of all, the device should be comes to conduction or device should be in forward blocking state. It is SCR. Remember SCR it is. Before comes to conduction, it has to comes to blocking. It means a forward blocking state or it should be on conduction state. Yes sir, it should be forward blocking state. It should be always forward blocking state. Very good. Forward blocking state means, let us consider this is my anode to cathode voltage. Anode to cathode voltage. Forward blocking means, is it a blocking of forward voltage means a positive voltage or negative voltage? Forward blocking means, is it blocking positive voltage or negative voltage? Yes, respond. Forward blocking means, is it blocking positive voltage or negative voltage? Less than VBO, correct, perfect. But what I am asking is positive or negative? Yes, very good. So it means, let us assume this is my VAK. Let us assume this is my VAK, anode to cathode voltage. Okay. Now, during forward blocking, it is blocking this much voltage. It is blocking that much voltage. So I am indicating with some dotted line. So during forward blocking state, do you have only blocking voltage or any other leakage current or no leakage current? Do you have leakage current or no leakage current? Tell me one thing. I'm talking about practical thyristor, not ideal. Practical SCR. Do you have forward leakage current or not? Yes, we have. Very good. Forward leakage current. This is anode current and this is anode to cathode voltage. You have a small current. This is called IFO, forward leakage current. That is called forward leakage current. Now see here. So till now your device is in forward blocking state. Now what we have to do? We have to turn on the SCR. Yes, for turn on the SCR, we have selected so many methods like forward blocking or light triggering or diabatic triggering or so many methods. Out of that, which one you have to prefer? Out of all those methods, which one you have to prefer? We have to prefer gate pulse. So you have to apply a gate pulse here. This is your gate current. Once if you apply that gate pulse, only one thing I would like to ask. Gate pulse you have given means, can I say you are inserting charged particles into narrow gate cathode section or not? You are giving a gate pulse means, can I say you are adding some charged particles in a narrow gate cathode section or not? Why narrow gate cathode? Why narrow gate cathode? Can you tell me why I said narrow gate cathode? Why I am not saying like gate cathode? Why I used the word narrow gate cathode? Yes, of course, high doping, but size is very less, na? Did you observe that we have drawn SCR P as a smaller size, N1 is a larger size? Yes, very good. So it means the P2 N2 is in a smaller size. That is why I use a word called a narrow gate cathode section. Narrow gate cathode section. So once if I apply the gate pulse to that narrow gate cathode section, tell me, charge inserting is initiated or not? Charge inserting is initiated or not? Charge insertion process is initiated or not? Yes. Once if the charge initiation is started, tell me your device will come to on state immediately or it will take some time? Once if the charge initiation takes place means your device will comes to on state immediately or it will take some time? Yes. It will take some time to comes to conduction state. We are going to analyze what is that particular time. We are going to analyze that particular duration of time. What is happening during that particular duration of time? That analysis is called dynamic characteristics. That is called dynamic characteristics. Are you getting this point? This is called dynamic characteristics. Now, let us see. Once if I trigger at this instant, it will not comes to, actually your expectation is, once if I trigger this, it should comes to forward bias voltage drop here and immediately it has to reach its maximum current. But SCR is a majority carrier device or minority carrier device as it acts as a switching. SCR is a majority carrier device or minority carrier device as it acts as a switch. Majority or minority? Yes, minority will store some charge or will not store some charge. Minority charge carriers will store some charge or not? SCR will store some charge or not? Yes, will store. Due to that reason, it cannot comes to its forward blocking voltage or forward voltage drop immediately, and forward current such as anode high current, it is not possible immediately. So it will take some time. We are going to analyze those times. This is 0.9 VAK. This is 0.1 IA. See here, once if I give a gate pulse, the gate pulse, your anode to cathode voltage is trying to, decrease or increase. During on process, your anode to cathode voltage is decrease or increase. Anode to cathode voltage. During turn on only, your anode to cathode will decrease or increase. Yes sir, will decrease with some rate. So it is decreasing from 100% of anode to cathode voltage to 90% of anode to cathode voltage, as well as your forward leakage current is increased from your anode current is increased from forward leakage current to 10% of the rated current. 10% of the rated current. That particular time is called delay time. That particular time, which is denoted with TD. It means once if I give the trigger pulse, your anode to cathode voltage is begin to slowly decreasing and anode current is slowly increasing. So at which rate it is increasing? From where to where it is increasing? From where to where it is decreasing? Yes, the anode to cathode voltage from 100% to 90% of its rated value, and anode current is reaching from leakage current to 10% of its rated current. This particular duration of time is called delay time. Is this point is clear? If it is clear, then I'll go beyond this. Is this point is clear? Simply delay time is nothing but once charge initiation is started, voltage starts slowly decreasing, current starts slowly increasing from where to where? 100% to 90% of its value, and forward leakage current to 10% of its rated value. That is called delay time. Okay. Now, yes, Siddiq, very simple. Once if I give the gate pulse, what will happen? Your anode to cathode voltage starts decreasing to its forward voltage drop. The time taken for your anode to cathode voltage change from 100% to 90% of its rated value, and anode current from forward leakage current to 10% of its rated anode current. That duration is called delay time. Is this clear, Siddiq? That duration is called delay time. Yes, sir. Come on. Quick. Now focus here. Now again, after this delay time, this will be keep on decreasing. This will be keep on increasing. This will keep on decreasing. This will keep on increasing. Or otherwise I will draw like this so that we will create some space. And this is 0.9. Now focus here. Now if you observe that after this instant, your anode to cathode voltage is slowly decreasing to 10% of its rated value, and the anode current is increasing with some rate. That rate is generally represented with tell me what is this slope? This magnitude is current. This magnitude is current, and what about this length is time. So can I write rate which is changing like di by dt? Rate is changing like with di by dt, yes or not? Tell me. At which rate it is changing is with respect to time or not? Is it, can I say di by dt? Now you tell me one thing. The time taken for reaching anode to cathode voltage from 90% of its rated value to 10% of its rated value, as well as the anode current is reaching from 10% of its rated value to 90% of its rated value. That particular time is called, can anyone tell me what is that particular time is called? Yes sir. Whatever it may be, tell me. Not transition. This entire period comes under transition only. Yes, very good. Rise time. That is called TR. Rise time. Peak time means it should have only one instant. It should have that maximum value. But here, see here, the time is continuously varying now. You cannot see it is a peak time. Peak time means it should have only one instant, that to maximum time. That is called peak time. Now, is this point is clear? Now, rise time means the time taken for anode to cathode voltage from where to where? 90% of its rated value to 10% of its rated value, as well as the anode current is changing from 10% of its rated current to 90% of its rated current. That duration is called rise time. That duration is called rise time. Okay. Now, process is not yet over. Still it is involved. Something. Let's see here. Now, after this rise time, one more time is also there. That is the time taken from 10% of its rated value to 10% of its rated value to. Can anyone tell me what is this? What is this length? What is this length? And what is this magnitude? What is this length and what is this magnitude? Can anyone tell me? What is this small length and what is this big length? Can anyone tell me? It is not no state drop. Just check it. It is on state drop. That is on state drop. This is called on state drop. That too where? Forward on state drop. It is not IRR. Why? Because it is a forward na. During forward bias condition, why you will get reverse recovery current? The reverse recovery current, are you getting in reverse bias condition or forward bias condition? You tell me, Shubham. Reverse recovery current you will get in forward bias condition or reverse bias condition? But this is in forward bias, na? This is your rated anode current. This is your rated anode. This is your rated anode current. Is this clear? Yes. Now here, the third statement is very, very important. The time taken for reaching your anode voltage, 10% of your anode voltage to forward on state drop. The time taken for your device to come from 10% of your anode to cathode voltage to on state voltage drop, and as well as 90% of your rated current to full load current. 90% of your rated current to rated current. It means 90% to 100%. That particular current or that particular duration we will call. Can anyone tell me what is that duration is called? Spread time. Usually it is represented with either TP or TS. You can consider either TP or TS. Either TP or TS. Okay. Again I am repeating. Spread time is nothing but the time taken for anode to cathode voltage from 10% to on state forward voltage drop, and the time taken for, as well as the time taken for 90% of its rated current to full load current. 90% of its rated current to full load current. that particular duration is called spread time. Now you tell me your turn on time. Can I write your T on? Can I write like this? TD, TR and TP. Can I write like that? On state time is called delay time plus rise time plus TP, spread time. Can I say on duration is nothing but delay time plus rise time plus peak time, or sorry, spread time? Yes or not? You know, usually its order is about 4 to 10 microsecond. This is a very, very important conclusion. It is 4 to 10 microsecond. 4 to 10 microsecond. Is it turn on immediately or it will take some time? Tell me. It means, is it a slowly or is it slow device or fast device? During turn on time, is it slow or fast? Yes, sir. Tell me. During turn on time, is it a slow or fast? Yes, of course, slow. Why? Because it is involving delay time, rise time, as well as a spread time. After completion of these 3 times only, it is entered into completely conduction state. The conduction state will have on state voltage drop as a very, very low value, around 1 to 2 volts only, I already mentioned, and its rated current, whatever the load requirement, whether you are operating as a DC motor, whether you are operating or any induction motor, its rated current depends on its rated current. Okay, are you getting these points? So now, please complete this graph. Once if it is completed, please let me know. I will dictate some important points related to this concept. DI/dt is nothing but what? It is increasing your current with some rate or not. Here your current is changing from 10% to 90% of its rated value with some rate or not. Generally I am representing with di/dt. This is slope now. Find out slope for this. Opposite by adjacent. What is that? di/dt. That's it. Is this clear? Yes, definitely. It has a very, very important use. That is what I am going to tell you as a point I said about. Very important point, that is, while designing SCR, while purchasing SCR, you should take care about this di/dt. That is why I have represented like di/dt. There is a reason behind. See, whatever I mentioned on the board itself, whatever the parameter I am going to mention, those are very, very important. Those are really very, very important, particularly for designing purpose and as well as application purpose. Very, very important. Please take down. Now it's time to note down the notes. Please take down few points which are important. Put aside heading first, delay time. The time taken for reaching anode voltage from reaching anode to cathode voltage, right? Like this, it is better, right? Reaching anode to cathode voltage from 100% to 90% of its rated value, 100% to 90% of its rated value, and anode current reaching from 10%, forward leakage current to 10%. Forward leakage current to 10%. Again I am repeating, delay time. Delay time means the time taken for anode to cathode voltage. The time taken for anode to cathode voltage changing from 100% of your rated value to 90% of rated value, as well as the anode current reaching from forward leakage current to 10% of its rated value. 10% of its rated value. That is called delay time. Is this point is clear? Come on, quick. Have you noted on this point, delay time? Yes. Similarly, write down for rise time. What is for rise time? Same. Rise time means the time taken for reaching your anode to cathode voltage. The time taken for reaching anode to cathode voltage from 90% to 10% of its rated value. Anode to cathode voltage changing from 90% to 10% of its rated value. 10% of its rated value. This is with respect to voltage. And the current, anode current is changing from, 10% of its rated value to 90% of its rated value. And what is that anode current? 10% of its anode current to 90% of its rated value is called rise time. Have you noted on this? Rise time? Have you taken this rise time? Yes. Rise time? Okay, now. Last but not least, spread time. That is very important for this particular discussion. Spread time. The time taken for reaching anode to cathode voltage. The time taken for reaching anode to cathode voltage from 10% of its rated value to forward voltage drop. 10% of its rated value to forward voltage drop. As well as the current is the anode current is changing from 90% of its rated value to 90% of its rated value to rated current or 100% rated current. 90% of its rated value to 100% of rated current. That particular time is called spread time. And below that, write down this box and its range. Write down below that box, write down this box and mention this timings. Once if it is completed, please let me know. I will dictate 2 more important points so that you will get a conclusion about this. Spread time means time taken for changing anode to cathode voltage from 10% to on-state drop, from 90% to rated current, from 90% of its rated current to 100% of its rated current. That is called spread time. After this, note down this box and the time. Once if it is completed, please let me know. I will give you a very important point here for selection of SCR. Very good. So before discussing that important point, first of all, I would like to ask you, in your childhood, you have done this particular experiment so many times. I will show you that experiment also. Like, see, look at this piece of paper. In your childhood, you might have done this, most of you. So, magnifying glass? Yes. With the help of this magnifying glass, in between your sun rays, yes, I will tell you the physical significance of this spread time also. You have to wait for a small instant. Physical significance of spread time is very important, but you have to wait for a small instant of time. For that only I have taken this experiment. The significance of this spread time only, for that I have taken this experiment. Look at this. So in your childhood, you know magnifying glass. With the help of magnifying glass and a paper, usually what we will do, sun rays which are falling on this magnifying glass, which is concentrated at one particular point. Tell me, if I continuously do like this, tell me what will happen after a certain instant. What will happen after a certain instant? Tell me what will happen. Why the page is going to burn? Why the paper is going to burn? Why? Why the paper is going to burn? Only one reason I am asking. Yes, paper is going to burn. Perfect, correct. Heating. Why heating? Yeah, of course, burning means it is because concentration of sun rays. Yes, perfect. Where? Is it throughout the page or only at one particular instant? Yes, correct. Concentration of sun rays, which is creating further heat, is it throughout the page or exactly at one particular point? Yes, at one particular point. Now, can I say the sun rays are concentrated or accumulated completely? Total sun rays are completely accumulated on one particular point. One particular point. Can I say that? Can I say the sun rays are completely accumulated at one particular point? Can I say that? Yes. Due to that, what will happen? All the sun rays will concentrate at one particular point. It will create some heat. Due to that, page is going to burn. Yes. In the same manner, I am considering our SCR like this. See, this is our SCR. P1, N1 and P2, N2. P1, N1 and P2 and N2. This is my gate, this is my cathode and this is my anode. Once if you are giving a gate pulse, means listen this point, very important, don't miss this. Once if you are giving a gate pulse, means you are inserting the charged particles and the charged particles are moving with some velocity or not. Yes or no? Only one thing you tell me. It means you are distributing the charges to this gate cathode section and all the particles will try to move towards this J2 layer and J3 layer. Towards this J2 layer and J3 layer. Will it go immediately or it will take some time? If you are inserting a charges, means these charged particles will move towards this J2 and J3. Will it move quickly or will it take some time? Yes, sir. Some time. That time is called the spread time. I'll tell you what is the importance of this spread time also. That time is called spread time. That time is called spread time. And one more thing, concentrate here. This di by dt means, can I say changing of anode current, is it due to external load or not? Tell me one thing. This di by dt means this anode current is due to external load or not? External load or not? Yes. Tell me. If external load current is coming like this, di by dt. Your charge is going to spread with some velocity. That is called the time taken for moving the charged particles. We have defined it as a spread time. Now what will happen if the external di by dt, is more than, this charge spreading velocity? Tell me what will happen. If external di by dt is more than this charge spreading velocity, then what will happen? Can I say all the charged particles will accumulate at one particular place or not? You tell me. If external di by dt is more than the charge spreading velocity, then what will happen? All the charged particles will accumulate at one particular instant or not? Because this is not allowing, na? Because this di by dt is not allowing. Now can I say all the charged particles will try to move, but di by dt is stopping that? Yes or not? Di by dt is stopping that? Yes or not? Yes, sir. Due to that reason, can I say all the charged particles are accumulated at one particular instant? Yes, sir. Now tell me one thing. If all the charged particles are accumulated at one particular instant, they are moving with some rate and they are accumulated at one particular instant. Tell me what will happen. Tell me what will happen. If all the charged particles are moving with some rate but accumulated only one particular place, what will happen? Collision will take continuously at one particular instant. Collision will take. Once if the collision will take place means, tell me, heat will be produced. Heat produced means, can I say, this gate cathode section is going to burn. The gate cathode section is going to burn. Can I say, is this the same physical example like I told you, one piece of paper and a magnifying glass? Can I say both are same? Yes or not? Yes, that is why I have taken that as a simple example. Now you tell me one thing. Why you are telling that your device is going to burn? Why your device is going to burn? Tell me the reason again. Why your device is going to burn? Why your device is going to burn? Tell me. What is the reason? I know due to collision. Yes, I accept this. But why you got that heat? Yes, accumulation of charges. Why charges are accumulated at one particular place? Why charges are accumulated at one particular place? Why charges are accumulated at one particular place? Yes, di by dt is more than the charge spreading velocity. Usually, we will call them as a... can anyone tell me? If charge is accumulated at this particular place, usually, can anyone tell me what does it call? What does it call? A red dot, have you seen na? Usually that is called what? Anyone? Charge is accumulated at one particular place na? That is represented with a small dot. Can anyone tell me what is that is called? Anyone? If you know, you tell me, otherwise I will tell you. I think you heard this word. I can believe that. You heard this word. Very, very good. Pooja, amazing. That is called hotspot. This is called hotspot. And also called local hotspots. And local hotspots. Have you heard this word hotspots? Hotspot. That particular charge accumulation at one particular region is called hotspots or local hotspots. This local hotspots will physically destroy the device. To control this, to avoid this, tell me what you have to do. Tell me, if you don't want to create local hotspot, which one you want to control? You want to control spread velocity or you want to control di by dt? Only one thing I am asking. To avoid that hotspots, which one you have to control? Is it spread velocity or is it di by dt? Yes. That di by dt can be controlled by using what? Tell me. That di by dt can be controlled by using what? Yes, correct. That di by dt can be controlled by using what? Di by dt can be controlled by using... Yes, someone is saying inductor. Yes, almost you are close. I am asking some physical name for that. Anyone knows? Anyone. I am asking anyone. I am asking you only. Tell me. It is a snubber. Have you heard the word snubber? Very good. Shavik. Snubber circuit. LDI by dt protection. That is for what? Basically, you have two snubbers. Do you know that? Basically, you have two types of snubbers. One snubber circuit is to prevent the local hotspots. Another snubber is for external dV by dt protection. One protection is for di by dt protection to avoid hotspots. Another one is for external dV by dt protection for reducing the discharging current. Are you getting it? We will see what does it mean by snubber circuit. Within soon we will see that. Okay. So how we will protect this SCR from local hotspots? by controlling the di by dt. How we will control the di by dt? By using a snubber circuit. A snubber circuit. Okay. I think this concept is clear. Local hotspots. This concept is clear, right? Everybody? If you say that, I will dictate 3 important points. If you note down, you will never ever forget this local hotspots concept. Okay, take down, quick. Once if the gate pulse is given to, once if the gate pulse is given to narrow gate cathode section, once if the gate pulse is given to narrow gate cathode section, narrow gate cathode section, then the charge initiation will takes place, then the charge initiation will takes place, the charge initiation will takes place at that particular junction, at that particular junction, at that particular junction with some finite velocity, with some finite velocity, with some finite velocity. That is also called charge spread. That is also called charge spread. With some finite velocity, that is also called charge spread with some rate. Charge spread with some rate. Charge spread with some rate. Due to the next point, due to the external di by dt, due to the external di by dt, due to the external di by dt, comma, due to the external di by dt, put comma. If the charge spreading velocity, if the charge spreading velocity, if the charge spreading velocity, if the charge spreading velocity is less than the, if the charge spreading velocity is less than the di by dt, external di by dt, if the charge spreading velocity is less than the external di by dt, external di by dt. Tell me what will happen? If charge spread velocity is less than the external di by dt, then what will happen? Tell me, quick. If the charge spread is, if the charge spread velocity is less than the di by dt, then what will happen? Yes, write down. Write down that. If the charge velocity, if the charge spread velocity is less than the di by dt, external di by dt, then all the charges will accumulate at one particular place. All the charged particles will accumulate at one particular place. All the charged particles will accumulate at one particular place. All the charged particles will accumulate at one particular place. This phenomenon is called local hotspots. This phenomenon is called local hotspot. Underline the word local hotspot. Underline the word local hotspots. Local hotspots. Full stop. What will happen if local hotspots are formed? Yes, write down. This will physically destroy the device. Write down. This will physically destroy or damage the device. Are you getting the point? This will physically destroy or damage the device. This will physically destroy or damage the device. Full stop. Go to the next point. To control this external di by dt, to control this external di by dt, tell me what we have to do to control this external di by dt. Yes, the local hotspot may be here or maybe here, it depends on di by dt movement. Either here or either here, it depends on di by dt movement. Okay, it may be at J2, it may be at J3, but we don't know. But at any cost, at only gate cathode section you will get the hotspot. So to control that external di by dt, what we have to use? You have to use a snubber circuit. Full stop. Simple, yeah. This I said about only gate cathode section. It can be either at J2, it can be either at J3. It can be at either J2 or J3. Depends upon which direction this charge spread is moving. But at any cost, this is going to damage. It depends on the di by dt fast. Whether di by dt is moving very fast or slow, depending upon this charges will attract towards this J2 or attract towards this J3. Due to that reason, it may occur anywhere, here or here, hotspot. That is not mandatory. It is at J3 or it is at J2. It is not mandatory. We don't know where it will happen, but physically it will destroy. But for sake of understanding, I have taken here. You take here, no problem. But only either J2 or J3 only. You cannot go for J1. Is this point is clear? External load circuit. If you give a gate pulse, it will just change this state from forward blocking to on state. This rate of change of current will be decided by the load. If your load having only pure resistive, then there is no di by dt. But most of your loads are inductive loads. So there is an inductor, definitely there is a rate of change of current will be there. Is this point clear? It depends on load. I said about that too, external di by dt. Third point is simple. To protect, the external di by dt can be controlled. Yes, the external di by dt is going to controlled by using a suitable snubber circuit. Okay.